I think the greatest privilege that we don't talk about enough is to live in a Western developed country surrounded by opportunity and privilege and still choose to be helpless and miserable. Still choose to sit in the comfort of our discomfort. To choose to be passive in our lives and actively choose to be victims of circumstance. Because you know what? That's a privilege people in war-torn and starving countries do not have. Haters of the law of attraction say that if we become what we think about, then how come there's starving people in Africa? Do they not think about food enough? Or then they'll say something they think is really clever, like, you should think more about hair. This is about power. Where is power in our life? Is it within us? Are we the most powerful thing in our life? Or is it our conditions and circumstances in the world outside us that is most powerful? Because here's the thing. You are the only being powerful enough to empower outside conditions and circumstances. When you do that, you become the plaything for whatever's happening outside in the world. But when you stand in your own power, reality can become your plaything. And it's no different for anybody that's in Western civilization compared to third world countries or war-torn countries, because every single person has something that they can do to move further away from what they don't want and closer to what they do want. That principle applies to everybody equally. And what a privilege it is to have that power and to sit back and be angry and blame and complain everybody else for what's happening in your life. How comfortable and complacent are all of we? And don't you dare use someone else's conditions and circumstances to tell you that something isn't possible for you. Because several years ago, I was able-bodied, I had plenty of opportunity, but I was fat, angry, and depressed, not earning hardly any money. Well, my best friend was diagnosed with terminal brain cancer and chose to go to law school and do something productive with his life, what little of it he had left. Well, I still worked for the same job and the same salary and allowed the same struggle and challenges in my life. It took me having my wife diagnosed with an operable brain tumor to go, what the hell am I doing with my life? I had to have someone teach me about my power, teach me how to think differently, to see opportunity instead of obstacles. If you don't learn how to use your power, it's very likely that unconsciously you are just going to go ahead and choose the same comfortable prison everybody else was privileged to be born into in a land of opportunity.